bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling. I'ma need all the fries you can give me, all the hot sauce, all the pie you can give me. Better be all in nothing, don't have me in the middle. You better be all you can.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are at venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Just a short time ago, this crowd loud enough to shake the foundations of this nearly century-old building. They are ready for football indeed in Chicago as their guys get set to do battle with the Seattle Seahawks. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. On first down, Wilson. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have back on their heels.
Now it's Wilson. He'll dump it off to Procise. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it third down.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Here's Wilson. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Well, throw on first down with Wilson. It's complete to Jerome Brown. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Wilson. Well, the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A really nice gain of 25 yards. From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. Over the middle here to Brown. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? Not any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it first and goal. Now Wilson. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. A gain of 7 that time. Second and goal.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So, second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they...
And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. Russell Wilson, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Janikowski good with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. Oh, spinning away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And nothing doing on his first run. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. 4-6 defense, they were daring him to run the football. They ran it. A little football 101. Take us through what the 4-6 defense is, Charles.
So what you're trying to do with your big defensive front is cover the interior offensive lineman, the center, and the 2 guards, and make it difficult if you even want to think about running the ball inside. If you can control them, that allows the linebackers and the safeties to run free and get to the ball carriers. And that play worked really well. No gain.
Now they'll run it with Cohen. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. After the interception, here's Wilson. And Dixon over the middle. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
Stepping up, he'll try and run. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
Well, there was pressure all around him, so the only play was to try and get out of there. I think it was an excellent effort by him just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Here's Wilson to throw. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Time 21 yards away. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. Janikowski adds the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start with a give to Cohen. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Moving backwards on 1st down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on 2nd down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
On 2nd down, here's Trubisky. He's going to sling this deep downfield. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick, and they will take over at the 29-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Pass incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Gun. 14.
2nd and 10. It's Wilson again. Throwing for his running back, and he's got it complete. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. Alongside my broadcast partner, Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin hits the Seahawks with a football today. The offense on 3rd down tonight, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Wilson on the keeper. Call it no gain on the keeper. It's going to bring up a 4th down.
They gain nothing, and all they need are inches. Usually we put this on the offensive line, but sometimes it's the quarterback's fault as well on the sneak. You've got to get low and burrow.
Usually we talk about O-line surge, their D-line surge leading to 4th. Now they'll run it on the toss. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. It's caught right side, Dixon. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Not much there, maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. But while we have a second here, how about we get bold and make a couple Super Bowl predictions?
Hey, why not? Let's go ahead and put ourselves on the spot.
Just more fodder for the angry people. What do you think? Who's going to win it? Who's going to be the MVP?
Well, my prediction for this one is the New England Patriots win the football game. They win it 32-30. The MVP, the McCourty twins, Jason and Devin. They both get 2 interceptions apiece. And instead of splitting the trophy, they wrestle for it right there on the 50-yard line post-game. Because you know sibling rivalries, one always wants the upper hand.
Okay, that's bold. I'll go Rams on a Greg Zuerlein 44-yarder from the right hash as time expires.
44,
MVP Todd Gurley, 2 touchdowns, 1 catching, 1 rushing.
I like it. You don't like the McCourty thing, though.
No, I do like that. If that happens, you're Nostradamus.
There you go.
He got 29 yards that time. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Gotta go, gotta go. Red, up.
Now Trubisky to throw on second. It's brought in by Kevin White. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. And that one results in 35 yards. Now Trubisky on first down. And this is caught. It's White. An 11-yard. And the Bears draw a bit closer. So he scrambled right, but was able to look back toward the middle of the end zone to find the target.
As you know, in this game, sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules, because we all know most guys throwing the football are taught never throw back into the middle of the field on a scramble. He did it and got away with it for a touchdown.
Instinct sometimes, right? They just take over.
Instinct and vision. Sometimes you just see people who are open, you're able to get it to them.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And out now come the Seahawks. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Now Hundley. This will be his first throw off the bench. Completes it to Dixon. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
You don't want no problem. You don't want no problem from me.
2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Soldier Field following this short break. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. On second down, Wilson. Baldwin with it over the middle. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
On 3rd and 1, Wilson finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatching.
And this is taken in at the 5. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They give him a gain of 38.
19. Bring up. Run left, run left. Check 50.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. 2nd and goal from the 1.
14, run it.
Here's the sneak with Wilson. And he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. And now prior to this 3rd and 1, we're going to get a timeout here, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. This Bears defense trying to hold on. This is 3rd and goal. Now they'll run it on the toss. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. Now a timeout coming here defensively. As on 4th down, may as well make them punt it. And that's going to make it 4th down. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And Janikowski bangs it through. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown that set.
And now due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. So we've come upon halftime with the visiting Seahawks. They're out in front. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this is
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. They'll run it now out of the gun. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. It was Jaron Reed who got him down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
They'll leave it for Cohen complete. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Hey, gotta go.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. Looking deep for Gabriel. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Bradley McDougald that time able to knock it away.
Well, we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. They'll indeed go for it with Trubisky. Open man is Miller. He's got it. 20, 10, touchdown, Chicago. Anthony Miller, 60 yards. And the Bears have cut it to within a score. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. Here comes the Seahawks offensive unit. They'll have it first to begin the third. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
14.
Play action. It's Wilson. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Khalil Mack in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Khalil Mack in there to get him for his second sack of the night.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Leemo. Come on, let's go.
Instead, they go empty backfield as they'll look to throw. Over the middle, Jerron Brown's got it. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. A big 30-yard play on 3rd.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
So that play much needed there as they're all the way up near the 40 for a 1st and 10.
14. Start, lady. Hey.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And this is incomplete. Adrian Amos, the safety, able to make the play. While we have a second, Charles, the Patriots, of course, back in the Super Bowl, getting the 37-31 victory over KC in the AFC title game. Great game, but, you know, the Patriots...
nobody believes in them.
Yeah, right. They're playing that underdog card, but I thought it was funny because after the game, they asked Tom Brady, were you guys just trying to use that for your own motivation? He said no comment because they were. They know they're not the underdog.
They know it, but when you've been that great for this long,
pressure comes and Wilson's going to go down. Khalil Mack in there to get him again. The 3rd time he sacked him here tonight.
Gotta go. Cut.
3rd and long. It's Wilson looking deep downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
This is taken at about the 14. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Bears take over. Now the Bears offense ready to take over again. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They'll start things on 1st with Torrey Cohen. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. They try again with Cohen, and he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
Red, up. 18. Red, up.
On 3rd down, Trubisky. Over the middle, complete. That's Burton. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. They give him 12 yards and a 1st down.
Gotta go.
They run. This is Cohen. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the 1st level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the 2nd level.
Back now at Soldier Field. The Bears on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. This is Cohen. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying it.
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Brad McDougal. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
Okay, it was 4th down, but you still had time here in the 4th quarter. Instead, they make the decision to go for it on their own side of the field, and this ball winds up getting intercepted.
On 1st down, Wilson. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. And they get this all the way inside Chicago's 10. And that one results in 35 yards.
We just saw him hit a big play there on a deep post. And most of the time, the post isn't available because usually you have defenders in the middle of the field. But if you throw enough curls and crossing routes and underneath routes, I know from experience, they get tired of watching those balls get caught. They start to creep up a little bit, and that's when you can hit them big over the top.
They come out here in the eye. Wilson on the keeper. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Russell Wilson taking it in. And the interception by the Seahawks D leads to a touchdown. And he puts it through. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They begin the drive on the ground with Cohen. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Now Cohen. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed, as that's going to move the chains. Here's Trubisky. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, didn't look his way at all in the first half, and I'll bet you the offense coordinator made a note of the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
I wouldn't be shocked at all right now if there's a look of surprise on the big fella's face because he had the route that he wanted, running the corner, and usually he's able to use his body and catch the football, but a really nice play by the defenders, able to knock it away.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. From the shotgun is Trubisky. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess.
We got three, fellas, we got three. Gotta go.
Here we go. It's Trubisky on fourth down. Flush to his right. Now he's going to throw it back. And this is caught inside the 5. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Trey Burton, 45 yards. And the Bears draw a bit closer. Parkey adds the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now Wilson on 1st down. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. A good pickup there on 1st as the screen pass gets them 8.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Wilson wants to throw it. This will be caught by Brown. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right, you look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. And now the Bears going to signal for another timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. And the Seahawks on third down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 14. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson, fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. And Janikowski bangs it through, and that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. The Bears offense now gets set to head back onto the field. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short in the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Back to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Well, there was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Well, we saw a close game that kept us on the edge of our seats down to that final whistle. And right before that final whistle, defense with one last exclamation mark there, getting the sack to end it.
I love how you phrased it, because we were waiting to see what would happen. Obviously, we thought something would happen downfield. Instead, it happens in the offensive backfield, and that's your ball game.
EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say good night from Chicago.
If the squad ain't with me, then it ain't right.